Hey Aries, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Aries, no, I did not forget about you guys. I do stagger my videos on purpose these days. Like I said to a couple of the other signs, it seems to increase viewer engagement, and YouTube just seems to respond better when I don't post all 12 videos at one time. I know. The other reason was because I had a birthday yesterday, and you know, I don't know, I guess I thought I was Paul McCartney or somebody and that it was, you know, just gonna be a blast. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna do any readings on the 4th and the 5th because I'm gonna party, and I absolutely did not. Like I said, it was an epic fail, so sorry, I apologize. I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah or Deborah Blake. If I need to, I will be using the Waite Pocket Tarot deck. This is a general reading, Aries. It will not resonate with everybody. For those of you who are new, thank you so much for coming. For those of you who may be returning, thanks for coming back. And if you have watched my videos before, you probably noticed that I'm not doing the This Just In love and romance reading. I've retired that reading because there's other things in life that we need to talk about. So let's get started. You got the Two of Wands, Aries, making your next move your best move. The Eight of Cups, over it, walking away from, or actually it's reversed, so it's not over it. For some reason we're still sticking around. We'll get into that in a moment. And the last card is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, Aries, it looks like you have a decision to make about which way you want to go in. We've got every element here so far except for the suit of air, so there may not be a whole lot of logical thinking going on. Let me see what we got going on in air signs. As I make this, the moon is in Gemini, and as I make this reading, Venus is moving into Libra today. But other than that, oh yeah, we got South Node and Mars retrograde and Aquarius. We've got some stuff going on in air in the chart, in the astrological chart, but in your case, right as of right now, there's not a lot of logical thinking that's going on. This really is about action, feeling, and resources so far. So there's a choice that you need to make. Like I said, making your next move your best move, and you're kind of looking out on the world beyond and trying to see what to do. You're trying to see what moves to make, whether or not you should, you know, cross over onto the other side of something or another. Something going on with you. You're trying to make a decision as to whether or not you should make this move. This is in the upright position, so what it says to me is that if you made that move, there could possibly be something very positive on the other side. But you've got mad concerns about leaving behind what you already have. There's something that emotionally compels you to not want to move forward. You got feelings about something. I think that knowing that outside of your comfort zone, anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? There's storms that could possibly come, and they will, because that is life. You know, things could just not be as comfortable and as cushy as they are for you in the space that you're in. And Aries, that's not generally your stick, because you're full of fire and adventure and fun and wanting to do things. However, your ruling planet is retrograde. So if you are feeling stagnant and stuck right now, um, I would certainly look to blame that on Mars. Blame it on somebody here. You don't need to take the blame for it. Why should we? We can blame it on Mars being retrograde. So let's all do that. Anyway, so if you're feeling stagnant and stuck and not your usually let's get it started self, it is because your ruling planet is really, although reluctantly, having to take a short intermission, taking a little break, sinking into itself, and there's a need for that. It's like I told my daughter the other day, retrograde can be difficult, but this is my own personal feeling. Retrogrades is where the magic happens. You know what I'm saying? Because when things are in retrograde, you are forced to deal with energies that just don't flow smoothly on their own. You're forced to work through the muck. That's where the magic happens. Direct planets, great, you know what I'm saying? But it's mostly an easy movement forward if we're not talking about difficult aspects and you know, being in signs of their fall or detriment, you know, all of those additional things. But if we're just talking about direct planets moving forward, then we're talking about an easy flow. But retrograde, Aries, your ruling planet, is the planet of movement, and you're trying to figure out how to do that. But with Mars being retrograde, it's probably making it a little difficult for you, and it's also forcing you to be introspective, and you could be holding back some things that you generally wouldn't hold back. So that is probably very frustrating for you, and you feel like right now you need to stay where you are, because for some reason you may have some concerns, be dealing with some anxieties about what's to take place if you cross through those gates, if you cross over, if you move forward. And now, Aries, I feel like a lot of this may have to do with you currently don't feel like you have the resources. This could also be, too, that you might be dealing, Aries, with some sort of feminine energy. I think she's a little nosy, and she's a little bit of a meddler. And this has somehow got you tied up. It's keeping you from making a move. It's keeping you, or it's at least keeping you from making your next move, your best move, like I've said several times already. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles could be somebody that you are dealing with who is actually helping to hold you back. Because when she's reversed, this is somebody who is living beyond her means. She's nosy. She's a meddler. She offers help where nobody really wants it. You know, and like the king, she looks good but ain't, you know, if he's reversed. This is somebody who pretends, like I said, lives beyond their means. They pretend to have it together, and when you look at the books, when you see what's going on you know, outside of the realm of public knowledge, then you realize that she's a fraud. That's the way that I see it. This is somebody who is driving a Tesla and living in an income-based apartment. No shade to anybody living in an income-based apartment, but if you're driving a Tesla, there's a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that this is, excuse the nails, they are out of control. But I feel like that this is somebody that you could be dealing with, Aries, and you feel some sort of emotional obligation. Something is holding you back emotionally, and therefore you don't know how to move. Let's pull a clarify. The Lovers reversed. Yeah, this broad or this dude. Bad decisions have been made, and you just don't know how to move forward. The Lovers card is in fact about two people, and in the reverse it is two people who may not be seeing eye to eye. But this is also a card of decisions. This card is ruled by Gemini. And the moon is currently in Gemini. There's some emotional stuff going on with some decisions that need to be made in a relationship. And I feel like I said, this person is is messy and petty. And no shade to Gemini, but one of the things that Gemini is known for, which I told you that this card is ruled by, is being a little bit messy and petty. I'm sorry for you cross-watching Geminis. I'm not, no shade. We all got our problems. But we all know that that is a problem that can be closely associated with that Gemini energy. So I do feel like, Aries, you could be dealing with somebody, or maybe this is you. This is what you're projecting out there. I just feel like there's some messiness, some pettiness, some lies, and somebody who is trying to portray a particular image that they don't at all fit. And I feel like it's having an effect on another person. Aries, I do feel like this is you. This is your reading. I feel like you're dealing with this Queen of Pentacles. What I do want to say is that if you're actually, Aries, you're not as your hands are not tied. It's not a hopeless situation. Whatever it is that you're looking towards with the Two of Wands, it is actually very much within your reach. And if you don't let the Queen of Pentacles reversed get the best of you, your wishes will be fulfilled. Take a chance. I know you don't want to, but I think that if you stay around and keep messing around with this Queen of Pentacles, or this, if you keep yourself in the stage of the Queen of Pentacles reversed energy, you're not going to allow yourself to get to the good stuff. Does that make any sense? Okay, Aries, that's the way I see it. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, my email is in the description box below. Thank you so much, and I hope to talk to you again next month.